Welcome to another edition of the UTPA Coaches Show. I'm Danny Elizondo, sitting with the one and only Coach Larry Tidwell. Coach, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Glad tidings, joy, all those good things that we say during the holiday season.
You speak of the holidays, you guys had a long time off. What have you guys been up to?
Well, we had a week off, and that was by design. We played 14 games in 31 days. So we had a lot. We had a lot of stuff going on academically, and so we got a lot of stuff done during that first semester. We took a week off. We came back and that following week, and we've been working mostly twice a day, getting ready for the conference season. We've been getting up and down the floor. We've been running a lot. We've been shooting a lot. We've been rebounding a lot, and working and adding some new things to our offensive and defensive schemes. So we feel like this time has been valuable to us. We're going to travel up to Chicago for a Saturday opener in the WAC. But before that, we're headed to New Jersey, and we got New Jersey Institute of Technology Wednesday on our final non-conference game of the year.
You played a lot of games that first part of your season. How beneficial has it been to have this time?
It gives us a really quick inventory on what we need to work on, and that's what we worked on during the break. Gave us a lot of time to evaluate and see where we were at as a team, and I like where we're headed, and we just got to continue to get better. We got to finish at the rim better. We got to rebound better, but our defense is ranked second in the conference, and nobody's played as tough a conference as what we have. We've given up right at I think it was 61 points a game, and we're just right behind New Mexico State on that, and so we continue to look to play great defense, and that's what's going to hopefully bring a conference championship home to us.
The last couple of games for you guys got the win against Incarnate Word, and then you guys went up to VCU. Now, before Incarnate Word, the big question was, were we going to see Shantae Goff on the court after she had that big fall? But you guys picked up that 65-61 win against Incarnate Word, and she put up 21 points. What did you see from her?
She came back well. She played very well, and she's still a little bit sore. She took a very, very hard fall, and she put up 21 points. Brittany Bush had her best offensive game of her career at 16, and then DeAndre Nolan came in with 10, and I think Tanisha Walker had 9, and Shazay had 8. I mean, we had really balanced scoring. So we're going to continue to work on that balance because we got to have it if we're going to contend for a championship.
And you talk about Brittany Bush having one of her best games of the season. She had 16. How important is it for her to get going at this part of your schedule?
Well, for us to be successful in conference, she's going to have to score 12 to 15 a game, because we've had some scorers that are no longer with the program, and we got to have people to fill those voids. And I look for Shazay Wright to step up, Sherelle Price to step up, Troy Swain, Raquel Preston, and Stephanie Onyeje is going to have to really do some things for us. And I got to get Laura Van Tilburg going inside to finish at the rim. So we're going to continue to get better, but that starting five of Tiandra Nolan, Tanisha Walker, Shantae Goff, Hilder, Cartson's daughter, and Brittany Bush is a pretty good starting five. And then you got Rock knocking right on the door. I could switch her around at about 3 or 4 different positions, and this is I feel like we're deep, and we're going to have to play that way.
Against Incarnate Word, you had 3 players in double figure scoring. Going to VCU, though, you guys had only 1 player.
Yeah, we had Goff, and
actually 2.
Goff had 10 points and was our leading scorer. We didn't shoot the ball real well. Went into an environment where we played pretty good. It was 29-26 first half, and then second half we let them get away from us. And I was pretty adamant about I wanted to see everybody play, and so everybody wanted to play because I wanted to give a good evaluation. And I hate to do that sometimes at the expense of a game, but I want to see how we do and how we stack up for conference.
Now, in that VCU game, I believe Shazay Wright had a career high 16 points.
She had a career high 15 points, and she did a very good job for us, and I look for her to do more of that. And she's really worked hard. She's gotten in a lot better shape, and I look for her to have a big conference season. We're really, really counting on her to do that.
Now, for Wright, you mentioned her earlier. What does she have to do to be able to build on that confidence?
On Sherelle Price?
On Shazay Wright.
Oh, Shazay Wright. Okay. She just needs to continue to play defense more and rebound. That's a really good strong point. But she did some things that she's really capable of. She went down and posted up, did her up and under move, got fouled and finished, and then she had a couple of big threes. So, yeah, we're counting on her to help us a lot.
In that VCU game, you guys played them close in that first half. You guys had a lead in that second half, early in the second half. What happened in that second half that let it slip away?
I just think a lot of combination. We got a lot of people in foul trouble. And when we get in foul trouble, we get, in all kinds of trouble. So I got to have people coming off the bench step up. But, it was a game where we had a chance to get some things done, and we didn't, and we're going to learn from it and move forward.
And going into that break, did the girls get a chance to go home at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the girls got to go home for 6 days, and that's very important. I think they need to spend their Christmas time. Basketball is a very hard sport. You got finals in the first semester, you got finals in the second semester. You never at home for Thanksgiving, you're never home for Christmas. And if you're playing good ball, you're not home for a spring break because you're getting ready for the NCAA tournament. So I went back and looked. I think it'd been 48 years since I had Thanksgiving and Christmas with my family because I've been coaching or playing, and you're always getting ready. And so it was nice to give those kids a break, and they've come back rejuvenated, and I think we're going to be ready to go. You
mentioned coming back, you guys had your first practice since, or
we had our first practice. We came back on December the 29th.
Okay.
Everybody was in. We worked that night. Then we came back the whole week, and we did 2 days, and we felt like we're getting to a point to where we're going to be in good shape, and we're going to be ready to go.
You mentioned rejuvenation. Is it just the body or the mind as well that they come back?
Well, it's a good time for us to really work on basketball because they don't have to work on academics. We're out of school until January the 20th, so it's a great time for us to add a few things, to learn from it, but get our mind right and get in a pattern to where we're ready for conference play.
And you speak of conference play that's coming up, but first you have NJIT. You guys head up all the way up there into the East Coast. What can you tell me about them?
Well, they're playing good right now. I believe they're like us. They're about 7-7. I think they may be 7-8. They've been playing a good schedule. They're big. They handle it well. They got some international players, and we're going to have to play extremely well to beat them. And then hopefully everybody comes out in good shape, and we're getting ready to go over to Chicago on Saturday. And that's the main one.
But first off, at NJIT, what do you have to do as a team to be able to keep that momentum going?
Oh, we got to press. We got to get up and down the floor. We got to create turnovers. We got to get back in the swing of things of where we make people turn the ball over, and that's what we're after, and that's what we got to do.
Now, you talk about Chicago State. That's the first conference matchup. Have you been able to see some video on them? Dive into their game?
We watch all of our conference opponents. We watch them all year long. So we're up with what they can do. They got some big kids, but again, we're going to come back and we're going to have to pressure them, and we're going to have to get after them, and we're going to have to make some things work.
And how exciting is it to get that conference?
Oh, to get in conference, that's what you always. I divide the season into 3 different segments. We do non-conference, your pre-conference games, then you do your conference games, and then you do your postseason. And the conference and the postseason are the really ones that you really like to, that's exciting, and you like to build off those.
And not only is it the start conference for you guys, but for the entire conference as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're ready. Everybody starts out on Saturday. There's going to be 4 people 1-0, and there's going to be 4 people 0-1. So.
And what can you tell me about the conference in general at this point of the year?
Well, the conference in general, Cal State Bakersfield is playing extremely well. Seattle, like us, has played a very, very hard schedule. New Mexico State's really starting to put it together. Grand Canyon has a young team, but they're improving all the time. And Utah Valley State is got some big kids. They've got a good team. UMKC played a tough schedule, and as has Chicago State. So it's one of those deals of where you're really going to have to play well to win it, and we're going to give it our best shot.
And who's the one team that you have your eye on that you got to beat to be able to win this conference?
Well, it's I think our conference champion could have as many as 3 losses. It's so balanced, but you always got to look at Cal State Bakersfield, and you got to look at Seattle. Those are the ones who picked, along with us, were picked 1, 2, 3. So we're looking at a dogfight on everybody. It'll be tough on the road, and I tell you, travel in the WAC is as tough as any travel in the country.
You guys, I believe you guys were picked second to.
Picked second by, I think, the coaches, maybe third by the media. So it doesn't matter. You know, so many different things have happened to our team. You know, we've lost a player or two. You know, and we've had injuries. You know, Jada Bennett tore her ACL at the VCU game, and so she's going to have surgery. And matter of fact, Thursday. So we wish her the very best. But we'll miss Jada. She was really starting to come on and play for us, and it's just one of those things where you just got to make constant adjustments to try to win a championship.
Now, you mentioned the travel, how difficult it is to be able to travel in the WAC. What kind of a toll does that take on not just you, on your team?
Well, the thing is, you leave here for a Thursday-Saturday game. We'll leave Wednesday morning from the office at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we drive down to the airport, and we get on the 6 o'clock flight. And then you go to DFW Houston, you sit 2 or 3 hours, and you wait on a connecting flight. But you save a lot of money by going on the 6 a.m. flight. And then there's always, you know, I remember last year we went to Utah Valley and Cal State Bakersfield, and we had 3 flight cancellations. Had to drive on a bus 2 different times that we weren't scheduled, and then we finally came home. We're going to get home and be able to watch Super Bowl, and we had to, our flight got canceled, and they said, yeah, we can get you home on Tuesday, and that was on a Sunday morning. And so we had a bus come pick us up. Yeah, traveling in a WAC is tough. It's very tough, and it's a grind. How
do you keep the team so together, so united in a tough situation like that?
I don't know if we do. We try to stay together as much as we can, but you just try to be positive, and there's different things we work on. We watch video, they study, you know, but being a student athlete, particularly in the WAC conference, is very, very hard because we don't have charter flights. You know, we don't get on a plane and fly to a place and then come back that night, you know, and they miss school, and we're very fortunate that our professors work with us, our academic people work with us, but it's a hard deal to travel in the WAC, no question.
So the second part of your season coming up, what are your thoughts on that first half of your season?
Well, the first half we're 7-7. We played one of the toughest schedules in America, and we've surprised some people. You know, I think we should have beat Corpus. You know, we lost Shantae Goff, you know, 5 minutes into the game, so we lost her for 35 minutes, and we get beat 3, and I think she could have certainly scored that many. But we had a dismissal off of the team at KK Boyd, and that's hurt us from a basketball standpoint. I enjoyed coaching KK, but you know, certain things happen, and you just got to make adjustments. And then, you know, we've had some injuries. We have some banged up. We got some hamstrings right now that I'm concerned about, a pulled muscle in the shoulder. So it's just a continual deal of you got to bring it every day, and it doesn't matter if you're injured or if you're hurt. And if you're injured, you don't play. If you're hurt, you play through pain, things on that line. But I just feel like that we've got to have a mindset of we're got to be tougher than everybody else. And if we have that mindset, we got a chance to win it.
Well, the Broncs close out their non-conference schedule at NJIT on Wednesday, and then open up against Chicago State on Saturday. So, Coach, good luck, and we'll see you again next week. For more information on the UTPA women's basketball team, you can visit UTPABronx.com. And that'll do it for us here this week. And until next week.
Well, until next week, I can guarantee you this, Danny. We'll go up there and we're going, NJIT and Chicago State, we're going to fight them. And we're going to fight them till hell freezes over. And then we're going to fight them on the ice. So we hope to bring back 2 victories this week to the confines of the field house in Edinburg, Texas, UTPA.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and go Bronx.